It was a huge weekend for Red Bull Racing and for Red Bull. I mean, we got our first ever pole position there as Red Bull Racing, and which was completely unexpected. It's a track that's always been notoriously difficult for us. It's exposed some of our weaknesses, and to have addressed those, to have gone there, to have got the pole position on the Saturday, and then to have effectively dominated the race with Sebastian was more than we could have dreamt for. So to win one of the really historic races like Monza was fantastic. I think he was completely at one with the car. He found a very good balance. We had a good setup. The car upgrades that we took to Monza, the low downforce aerodynamic package that we put together, worked very, very well. And at a circuit that was supposed to be one of our weakest, the weakest, to have gone there and really, dominated in the fashion that we did was really very, very satisfying. Mark's DNF was effectively the first retirement that we've had all year. Mark had passed Jensen, who obviously later went on to finish second, and was obviously making a move on the outside of Felipe Massa, and it was one of those things. It was a racing incident, and rushing to get back to the pits without the front wing on the car. It looks like the front wing got stuck underneath. Obviously, without the front downforce, you lose the braking potential, and it was a great shame that he didn't make it back to the pits, because I think even with that early stop he would have been a contender for the podium. It was frustrating because we could have consolidated and increased our lead. The non-finishes are very damaging. But thankfully, with Sebastian winning the race, McLaren finishing second and fourth, we only conceded 5 points in the constructors' championship. So the damage was limited, but it just demonstrates the value of finishing all of the races. Mark now sits fourth in the championship, having dropped from second, and we're determined to get him back up, ahead of his immediate rivals, in the next couple of races. Well, the RB7 was very effective in Monza yesterday, because I think the amount of effort that went into the low downforce configuration. It's a track that when we were planning the year, we decided, right, let's put an awful lot of effort into Monza, come up with something a bit bespoke, for that venue. The aerodynamic group have done a phenomenal job, together with the design office and production, to get all the components to the car. We announced our new partnership with Renault over the weekend, and we shouldn't underestimate their contribution at a circuit that obviously engine performance is critical. And of course, we went quite aggressive in our setup and in our choice of gear ratios for the race itself. So a combination of all those factors resulted in the performance we saw, with a wonderful drive from Sebastian yesterday. Well, the partnership with the Renault-Nissan Alliance is an important one for the team. It guarantees stability. It makes us the premier, effectively the factory team of Renault Sport. So our colleagues in Viry-Châtillon, where the engines are designed and produced, will be working hand in hand with the engineers and designers here at Red Bull Technology. We'll be entering into a joint venture to supply drivetrain solutions, KERS solutions as well. So it's especially with the new 2014 engine regulations with a V6 turbo with an increased KERS capacity, it was very important for us to have the right partner. And with 23 victories, with a constructors and a drivers championship already, that we've achieved together, it was entirely logical for us to extend and commit to a partnership with the Renault Nissan Alliance. And so it was, in the end, there was a strong desire from both sides. It was very easy to reach an agreement. well, maybe we should run in Singapore with no downforce, because it worked very well in Monza. But it's a completely different challenge. You know, it's the bumpiest, toughest track on the calendar coming up, physically demanding, hot, more corners than any circuit. So it's going to be a big challenge, and it's a challenge for the drivers. It's high downforce. So, you know, we finished a very close second to Fernando Alonso last year. It's a race we haven't won, it's a race we dearly love to win. The weather can be inclement there as well, so we haven't had a wet race there, which has been remarkable. So yeah, I mean, ideally, you know, we would achieve the same result as Monza, but we'll go there and we'll attack the race in exactly the same vigour that we have, you know, the previous 13 races.